Rich, and welcome to my reflection video for Edtech 592, or Porfolio. I really cannot believe I am at the end of the road with earning my master's degree in educational technology through Boise State University. These past 2 years have been so exciting, challenging, and rewarding. I currently teach middle school science and math, but my goal is to teach online. I did not know I wanted to do this with my career until after I completed courses through Boise State. The pen and notebook is slowly becoming as obsolete as the typewriter did in the early 1990s. Before the explosion of online tools and mobile applications, students crowded into classrooms and learned by attending to information delivered by subject matter experts. They learned by listening and stored information by taking notes, so as not to forget what they learned. The only means by which students could prove they gained the necessary knowledge delivered to them was through test taking, writing a paper, and possibly engaging in a group project and delivering a presentation. These methods proved to be effective as our world continued to move forward, hence the digital revolution that we are currently experiencing. My whole career outlook has been changed after attending Boise State University's master's program. I now see that my future is to be teaching students online. I have learned that I am a constructivist learner and teacher. I am trying to get away from the basic paper and pencil lecture type of teaching and more into the hands-on approach for my students. The students respond quite positively to this type of learning. This video will talk about some of the many achievements I had throughout my 2 years at Boise State. There are so many, but I am going to pick a couple of my favorite challenges, so to speak. My first course at Boise State was Edtech 501, Introduction to Educational Technology. I consider myself pretty fluent in the technology world, but was taken aback by all the new and fun programs I learned about in this course. We had to create an animato video about me. This was so much fun and very easy to do. I really like the Animato program and now use it with my students every year. I have my students create their own Animato video telling the class about themselves, their families, and hobbies. The students really enjoy this assignment and have fun with it. It's also a great icebreaker activity for the beginning of the year. Edtech 501 was also introduced WordPress to me by having us create an ongoing course learning log. Again, WordPress is something I use all the time now and will continue to use in my class. I have a class WordPress website where my students complete many discussions, questions, and comments on other students' answers to keep discussion going in my classroom 24/7. One last program I learned about and loved in Edtech 501 was called Zotero. This is the online library program where you can search and add anything to your library that you may need. You can also link other students to the library so that you can share files, papers, videos, or whatever you research through a quick manner. Zotero is very useful when we complete papers and presentations in my classroom. My students can share files with their groups and not have to email them or print them out. I did not know about Zotero until this course. This course also opened my eyes to YouTube, Scrib, VoiceThread, Google Docs, and much more. I have shared many of these programs with my colleagues at work, and they are adding them into their classroom also. The next beneficial course to me was Edtech 542, Tech Support Project-Based Learning. At the start of this course, I did not really know or understand what project-based learning was. As we went through the course, I definitely started to understand and appreciate this type of learning more. Project-based learning is a dynamic approach to teaching in which students explore real-world problems and challenges. With this type of active and engaged learning, students are inspired to obtain a deeper knowledge of the subjects they're studying. Project-based learning fit in quite well with being a science teacher. After creating a whole lesson through PBL, I found it to be very rewarding and a true personal accomplishment. The project that my partner and I created was a wonderful project-based unit for middle school students. It made me realize that I need to put more project-based learning into my curriculum for future use. By using the 21st century skills and research through project-based learning, the students acquire skills they never before used in a unit lesson plan. I really like how the students are building the knowledge and it is not just all me teaching and lecturing. Like I said before, I'm a constructivist teacher and want the students to have the hands-on approach in every lesson. Another class that excited but also challenged me a great deal was Edtech 502, the Internet for Educators. Going into this course, I had never once heard or used Dreamweaver or any of the Adobe elements. Dreamweaver is such a powerful tool that you can make your projects, assignments so much more sharp and detailed. All the projects I created in Dreamweaver, I still use today. We had to create a Edtech website helping students realize what is appropriate and not appropriate when using the internet or responding to other classmates' discussions. I had them research my page, then follow some links to more information, and then assess my students on a question worksheet that was on my Edtech webpage. The final project in Edtech 502 was a virtual field trip. I created a virtual field trip through Disney. It was such a fun project. I had my students visit Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Universal, and much more. Of course, I assessed them on each web page and the research that they acquired. Creating all these different web pages and linking them all together was very difficult. My professor was amazing throughout this course and helped me with whatever questions I have. I still use Dreamweaver today in my class, although I find myself still struggling to be an expert with the program. Through Dreamweaver, I also became familiar with Adobe Fireworks. Using Fireworks, you can create beautiful designs for websites and mobile apps in a snap. I incorporate at least one firework graphic into each lesson I create in my class today. Lastly, Edtech 505, which was Evaluation Educational Technologist, was probably my most challenging course throughout my time at Boise State. In this course, our goal was to learn important concepts and practices in the field of evaluation, including management, models, data sources, analysis, and reporting results. Throughout this course, I struggled on the whole evaluation process. I could not wrap my mind around being the evaluator. I always pictured evaluation as formative and summative assessments done in the classroom. This class opened my eyes to a whole new picture of evaluation. My evaluation was on having each student have an iPad in the middle school. The process you have to go through to get this approved and the money that goes into the process is overwhelming. I am so glad my instructor guided me through this process, or else this class would not have been so rewarding. I actually thought to myself that I could one day want to be an evaluator of programs like this. I think that this job would be extremely rewarding and would be right up my alley. As I look at how much I have grown with technology in the past 2 years, I am astonished by all that I have created and accomplished. It has been a journey I will never forget and will always use in my teaching. I cannot wait to see what my future holds in the technology world. Thank you for viewing my video.